Alright, well, we have a lot to talk about today regarding the development and the landfalling of the tropical storm. I'm going to actually get out of this and go to the radar over here. This is the one for China. Later tonight, after we get done with this stream right now, we'll also be doing a stream on Typhoon. I already forgot the name of it. Chaba, there we go. On Typhoon Chaba making landfall here, probably in the next 5 to 6 hours. But right now we're watching, closely monitoring this tropical storm, as it is approaching Nicaragua and Costa Rica right now. As those winds are at around 45 miles an hour. The air pressure is down to about 999 millibars, and so there is reason for there to be a possible upgrade up to 50 miles per hour. So I'm going to actually speed this up to 9. Holy crap. Nope, it just like 7, 8. So you can really see that system just spinning there right off the coast of Nicaragua and Honduras. Now, with this said, we continue to be lots of heavy rain and flooding in this area. First, I want to see. There's this one. Here's this one. There's only one in the entire country of Nicaragua. There's only one in the entire country of Costa Rica, 2 in Panama, and there's not a whole lot. There's not a lot to choose from, obviously, in terms of what we have for this. And radar, here we go. All I see is the word radar, and I'm like, yep, that's what I need. Yeah, well, yeah, this storm will be making landfall. I'm going to have someone help me with the thumbnail, because I can't make it in the thumbnail I have now. It really doesn't make sense. I don't know how to make thumbnails. So, yeah. I'm a little bit screwed. If this would load, that would be incredible. Perfect. And then I'm going to be doing that stream. Got to see if I can call them up. Alright, I'm going to... Wow, they really can't hear anything I'm saying. Crap. I gotta make sure... There's so many things I have to do before I actually get this thing started. Microphone, yes. Headphones. Page isn't working. Hello? Hello? Alright, alright. I can hear myself. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello? Alright, good. We're good. Alright, so we are going to be talking about this system when we get out of this and go right over to tropical tidbits and look at the radar, the satellite imagery of tropical storm Bonnie, as it does appear to be going through, as you can clearly tell here, deep thunderstorm activity. Alright? This is the latest satellite imagery of Tropical Storm Bonnie. You can clearly see a big burst of convection there near the center. This might be what it needs to be upgraded from a tropical to a 50-mile-an-hour tropical storm, which is possible. Conditions in those areas are quickly deteriorating. So yeah. So that's what we got right here, right now. Is it shift? Is it control? Yeah, I thought it was shift. Shift at sector. There we go. And then enter. So that's what we have right now, given what we have with this system. With this system right now, I'm gonna actually try to pull up. I'm gonna actually try and attempt to pull up WSV3 to see if it actually works. But this is what we have right now. That system, you can see it spinning there. This is the past hour. It hasn't moved a whole lot, 10, 15 miles, maybe about 17 miles an hour. So maybe that's 17 miles, I think. It is making its way farther west. I'm actually also going to go to Zoom Earth and show y'all what we have with Tropical Storm Bonnie here. Again, those ones are at 45 miles an hour. It is going to be making landfall here, and it very, very, very shortly. And for whatever reason, it is not maintaining enough of this, which sucks, to be honest. Okay. Alright, good. You can hear me loud and clear. Wonderful. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we got quite a lot to talk about. I do apologize if it's a little bit laggy. There is not much I can do about that, which this honestly really sucks because for whatever reason, it's just not been able to load everything that I needed to the way it's supposed to, because things suck sometimes and things don't go as planned. But with what we have right now, this is the system as it is continuing to track to the west at about 17 miles an hour. There's deep thunderstorm activity. You can see that big blob of convection there. Lots of heavy rain moving into Costa Rica and the Nicaragua region right now. That is going to continue to move west as we go throughout the night. And we're going to continue to see this continuing on. So this is going to be making landfall here maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most, I think. Because it's clipping along at about 17 miles an hour. And we will continue to talk about this. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let us know. We will answer them. I do want to go to the National Hurricane Center and talk about what we could see in the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. So as you can see, it has winds remain around 45 miles per hour. Center of its body expected to make landfall in the next few hours. Heavy rain spreading across portions of Nicaragua and Costa Rica. The latest update, it is about 80 miles south-southeast of Buckfield, Nicaragua, and the maximum sustained winds are at 45 miles an hour, 75 kilometers an hour. And the air pressure has dropped significantly down to 999 millibars, as you can see right there. I'm going to go to aircraft reconnaissance to see what they are finding. There it is, 999.7 millibars. That is what we've gotten right there. They've now found not once, but now about twice of 45 knots. 50 miles an hour would be what they would upgrade it to, which I mean, that, again, not just once, but now they have found it 2 times of up to 50 miles per hour. So I do think that is a big possibility of what they're going to probably find. And you can also see the rain rate all the way up to 70 millimeters an hour. And why is this? It's going through that cluster, deep thunderstorm right now. 1001. Still going to update this. Closely watching what they're seeing here. So I do think that this could be upgraded again. 999 millibars there. 999.7 millibars there at the center. So the storm has really, I think, intensified pretty, moderately. And they're showing no data again. Hold up. Okay, it's public. It's not receiving enough video. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with this. This is a problem because it shows on the stream it shows relatively smoothly, but I want to keep talking about this regardless. But up here they were saying, oh, 50 knots or whatever. That was not. But they did find that was suspect SFMR. So it's most likely going to be a wind gust there. But with confirmed wind speeds, 45 knots, not once, but at least 2 times now. So from this right here, I would say, given what I'm seeing here, surface wind at about 50 miles per hour is what I'm basing it off of. And that wind and that convective burst right there, I think would definitely be would definitely prove that for sure. That still says 1001 millibars right there. 1001, 1005, 1006. This one was earlier on. It is already finished there. Gonna do a little refresh. It's gonna be a while probably before it refreshes again. But you can see how close it is. It's right here. It just has to go right there. Maybe it's gonna be really close. Nicaragua or Costa Rica, regardless. Nicaragua and Costa Rica are going to see on the border very, very, very strong gusty winds. For sure, up to 45 to 50 miles per hour, I do believe. I do certainly think that they're going to see that. Certainly strong, gusty winds as this big landfall. Heavy rain, certainly going to be a big threat. Some storm surge is possible, up to 5 feet I think is possible. Big, heavy, storm surge in that area. I'm going to get out of this, don't need this up. Nor this. Nor this either. I'm curious what they are showing here, if they're going to do an update on this system. But I do think this might be upgraded to 50 miles an hour. Just based on the air pressure that I'm seeing here and everything. You know, air pressure 999 millibars, winds multiple times up to 50 miles per hour. So certainly that's quite a big possibility. What is this? Okay, whatever that. Again, Zoom Earth. Here's what we got here. I'm gonna get out of this, and I'm gonna put this into motion, so y'all can kind of see. You can certainly see the spin in the atmosphere. You can see the storm rotating around the center. So this is gonna be making landfall very, 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 very soon. Hour and a half, roughly, or so. Any comments, questions, or concerns, ladies and gentlemen, regarding the development and anything with this storm? I do also want to go a little bit over the forecast track of the system. Oops, graphics. So here's the latest graphic from here. Again, here it is at 8 p.m., just not very far from the coast. By 10 o'clock tonight, it will be definitely inland. It's going to be right on over, and then probably, if the low-level circulation does stay intact, there's a pretty good possibility that we stay with fine. If the low-level circulation crosses over and it stays intact, then it would remain bonny. That's what I've been told. But if the low-level circulation gets disrupted and it falls apart, and we still have an MLC, a mid-level circulation. However, at that point, we would then have a different name once it regenerates and intensifies back into a system over the Eastern Pacific. In terms of the impacts, if it does re-intensify to a tropical storm or even a hurricane like they're expecting, then it's going to probably just bring some gusty, maybe those rain bands for sure would definitely be impacting that area for sure. Do you think it will reach Texas? This has nothing to do with Texas. This is going on to the other side of the basin. Texas. I know Texas needs rain, but this will not be affecting Texas at all. It's actually going west because of high pressure in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to try to pull up WSV3 because I do want to show you some high resolution satellite data of this system. And just sort of talk about what we're looking at with this system. It's already looking really glitchy. WSV3 takes up a huge amount of power, so I'm afraid it's going to be a little rough on this. I'm going to have to get a more powerful computer, unfortunately. Fortunately for y'all, I'll have to get a more powerful computer. Unfortunately for me, it's going to be hurting my bank account quite a bit. I'm missing solution already. Yep, not a problem. Zooming into this area. What data do we have here? Oh, we actually got finally getting some working data down here with aircraft reconnaissance. You can see down here, wind speed, 15 miles an hour. 10-second surface wind is 9 miles an hour. Wind speed, 15 miles an hour. Come here near the surface, near the center. Aircraft air pressure was 800 millibars. Obviously not the surface of the wind speed of the hurricane. Air pressure of the hurricane, I should say. 22 miles an hour. I should have told you air pressure. 39 miles an hour, 37, 32, 51 miles an hour. So that is at the surface. That's 10-second. Wind speed at 51 miles an hour. Wind speed at 46 miles an hour up there. So as you can see down here, we are starting to see some pretty stronger winds. It seems to be a lot farther to the south than what the data what this is showing. So a little bit farther to the south. Alright, let's take a look at the satellite here. So then here is this system. We're going to just do the past hour. And just show you what we got with this system. There it is. Deep thunderstorm activity with what we have in this system. So what I do want to talk about is just this big blob of thunderstorm. Alright. Oh crap, I messed up. I just want to talk about this big, it's up to 60. You sure? Let's look and see what we got down here. Let's see, aircraft reconnaissance. Did it update? I wonder what the National Hurricane Center is going to say. You can see 1002, 1001, 999.1 millibars was the lowest air pressure that they found. As you can see, it does say wind speeds, they'll go up to 55, but I don't know about that one. That seems pretty strong for me. I do want to look at the drop zone. 997 millibars now. It says winds were at northeast at 10 knots. Air pressure down to 997 millibars, so I do think that with the rate of what we're seeing with this storm intensifying, we could certainly, in my opinion, get an upgrade. So down to 997 millibars. So right now they're saying with 999 from the National Hurricane Center, but they're now seeing 997. As you can see, some oranges here, some yellows, so you can see 10, 20, 30, 34, 40, 40, 45, 50 is orange. So you can see that one orange spot right there, which would indicate 50 knots. That's 60 miles an hour. So the storm is really blowing up as quickly as it can in the last hour or so. it has prior to landfall. So I'm very, very curious to see what this storm will, what we will see from the National Hurricane Center. If they give us a special update from the aircraft reconnaissance, I'm pretty excited to see what they will say. But right now they're still saying 45 miles an hour, 999 millibars. Yeah, they're most likely gonna be waiting for the reconnaissance to come in, and then they'll give that probably a special advisory on this. It'll just say like update in pink right here next to archive, but we'll certainly see that. But yeah, there we go, 50 knots up to 60 miles an hour, and yeah, that storm is really blowing up and really intensifying prior to landfall here, as y'all could clearly just see right here. So pretty worrying that we are still, we're seeing this. Yep, there it is, 997 millibars there. Y'all can see, pretty crazy to see the storm continuing to intensify. It's really intensifying right now. It's down to 997 millibars. Very, very incredible. If this storm does slow down a little bit, some are saying a hurricane. I don't think that's gonna happen. It doesn't have enough time. It's just simply too close to land. Maybe if it had another 6 hours until it made landfall, that would be the best possibility. But it's got like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours at the most until landfall. And right now, I just don't think that's gonna happen. I don't see a hurricane with this. Right now, they're saying 50 knots. That would bring it at 60 miles per hour. So I'm really intrigued to see what the National Hurricane Center says about this. I've been 1006 millibars. As you can see, 1006, 1006, 1007. They are going back in because they're like, we just got 50 knots. They're probably going to go back in and try to verify that because that probably freaked them out if they saw it. But this is where they are. The center's like right here. You can just see how close this storm is to landfall. It is very, very close. It's easily getting probably 40-mile-an-hour winds at landfall. Wow, if you believe in advanced Dvorak technique, ADT, the pressure is 995 millibars. I have done some research on that, and that stuff is actually really fascinating and really, honestly, interesting. 31 knots. Hi, I want to know, where's Bonnie right now? Please, I am from Panama. So, I don't know what part, but anyway, so currently it is, let me just pull up satellite to give you a better perspective of where this storm is going to be making landfall. I'll do zoomed out. I'm going to wait for this to load. I'm going to give an explanation of where the storm is in relation to Central America. So it is bearing down right now on the coastline of Nicaragua and Costa Rica. Winds right now are about 45 miles an hour. The latest update from the National Hurricane Center. But they have found winds up to 50 knots. That might be a gust of 60 miles an hour. I don't know if they will give that update or not. I'm going to go back to the National Hurricane Center. I don't know if they have. I don't see an update from the National Hurricane Center. A special advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Wouldn't be surprised if they do give a special update. Just because it's just so you're yeah. It is currently just north of Costa Rica. So you should be good. If you live in Panama, I don't know what part of Panama you're in. Not a problem. Yeah, northwest of Panama. See if I could do air pressure with this and see what this would tell me. Yeah, this is way off. This is down to at least 997 millibars, if not even lower. They're going to go back in and try to sample some more stuff, as you can see. 1003 millibars at the 5th drops on. Any information on Tropical Wave 15 yet? 15. Do you mean Invest 96L? Satellite imagery. Gonna go back to satellite imagery and give I do want to just say that I do think that this big burst of convection is really what is giving this storm a lot of energy. You can really see it blowing up there as the storm is bearing down on the coast of Nicaragua. It looks like the center is right here, so it looks a little south, so it does appear that it will be making landfall in Costa Rica, not Nicaragua. 40 knots is definitely a Dvorak of 3.5. Oh wow. I'm in Perez, and is it raining here? Let me see where that's at. I assume it's in this area. David, I live in David City, in Panama, West Panama, close to Costa Rica. Yeah, down here, let me actually pull up just do radar to give you all a better idea of what we're going to be seeing here with the radar from this system. And, you know, rain and stuff like that. You can clearly tell, now maybe there is a lot of radar sites in Costa Rica. Based on what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing a lot of that right now. But just want to point out, look at this heavy rain. Yeah, that's a spot. I know that's heavy rain right there. But there's going to be a lot of heavy rain moving into Costa Rica. Definitely the coastlines of Costa Rica are going to be bringing in the areas are going to be the most rain here. 50. The Dvorak of 3.5 is in the range of 55 to 60 knots. Good Lord, that's strong. This does appear to be borderlining category hurricane intensity, as that's quite obvious. Wow. So you're saying 40 knots is definitely a Dvorak for 3.5. So you do think this is a Dvorak scale of 3.5. But look at that. 45 knots. 45 knots. It went up to 50 knots right there. That's definitely a 50 knot thing right there. So now they're saying 60. Alright, they're now showing up to 60 miles an hour. So 60 miles an hour is certainly a big possibility with what we have right now. This is definitely a serious storm for sure. Oops. What do we have down here? Okay. So, that's what we're watching right now. If this does continue to intensify, I mean, we're definitely be keeping y'all updated on this because this storm is looking pretty rough. I'm going to go back to WSV3 and pull this up and show you what we got here. So, that is this latest satellite imagery. As you can see, a shift to the south there. Shift to the south might actually buy it maybe a couple more miles, but nothing enough to allow it to have anything like enough time to become a hurricane, I don't think. I don't know, hurricane? I just don't see this becoming a hurricane. Even with this extremely strong convective burst right here. There it is, maximum wind, 52 miles an hour. 52 miles an hour. So let's go to the National Hurricane Center and see if they do have an update from the National Hurricane Center is updated. There's not an update, a special update from the National Hurricane Center at this moment. But there you go. You can see it's up to 50 miles an hour here. 52 miles an hour, 997 millibars. That might be a little bit higher than they're saying. Right now they're still saying 45, 47. But huge, large convective burst right there. Very, very intense right here. As you can see, This big convective burst right in this area. I do think there's up to 50 to 60 mile an hour winds in this area. This has a very, very small chance, but there is a very, very small chance this may even intensify a little bit more than that. If we continue with this convective burst continuing to happen, and we continue to get these strong gusts right now, this storm is really beginning to intensify very rapidly, very, very, very quickly. Again, very, very serious here. 60 miles per hour roughly is what they're saying right now. Currently, we're waiting for them to go back in the center of the storm, and we're waiting for that update to see what else they find. But again, based on that one flag we're seeing, 50 knots, about 60 miles an hour. Right now they're saying about 50 miles an hour. And again, that may update 997 millibars. Pretty incredible right there. They are just right off the coast. Holy crap, that's not what I meant. So if we look at through here, 35, up here we have 41, 56, 48, 37, 35, 33, 28, 25. So we are getting really close to that. As officially, yeah. And yes, I do believe, Chaba is a typhoon at 65 knots, 75 miles an hour. We will be doing a full stream on that later tonight. Also, to talk about the development of that system. And that storm will also be making landfall much later tonight. But for right now, I want to do a special live coverage of this system, as it will be making landfall very, very shortly. Chaba, 65 knots, could be upgraded to 70 knots. That's about 80 miles an hour. But we'll be closely monitoring that for sure. National Hurricane Center, we're going to continue to keep updated with this system. Because they get it. We're probably going to get an update here very, very soon. Because we could be seeing this storm to get even stronger. But that's what it looks like right now. Do full screen and I zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that's what the system looks like. We zoom out all the way. I mean, even Honduras, I believe they're getting Nicaragua, Honduras area, are also getting those rain bands. They're probably also getting heavy rain with this system also. Yeah, we'll also be looking at that system there, and what we could see with it as it begins to approach Japan, because that's also something we're very, very concerned about. They are expecting that system to be bringing those over. I think it's supposed to peak at 65 miles an hour, 55 knots. So 4.5 T 4.5. That's pretty incredible. Yep. It updated. Alright, let's see. Alright, we'll see what we got here. Hello, everybody. Just saying hello again, even though I've already talked to some of y'all. Wow. 999.8 millibars is what we got here. Look how strong these winds are. It's a low level circulation over land. No, not yet. It has not made landfall yet. But the winds that they're finding in the system, it's continuing to intensify. They're finding significantly stronger winds now. Not only are they finding 45 knots, but there are found winds of up to 50 knots, and they're not finding winds beyond that and even stronger as the system continues to approach land. I don't know which storm you're talking about. I don't think this system has 6 hours left. I want to say an hour and a half. And this storm is just right off the coast. But if you look down here, you can see orange, and then you have red of up to 55 to 60 knots. That is pretty incredible. It's really getting everything it can out of the system. It's really trying to bring itself together here in the last bit that it has left. But they are still saying 45 knots from the National Hurricane Center. Storm continues to intensify. The storm was, again, incredibly unpredictable, as y'all can tell. You know, we were like, okay, a hurricane, that doesn't seem likely. Well, now we're saying, now they're finding winds of 60 knots, which still seems unreasonable, but that's what we got here. It's getting pretty incredible right now. Doesn't seem possible that it would continue to get stronger, but that's what we got right now. We still find an average of 999.8 millibars. You know, just incredibly strong for this system. 1003 millibars. Based on what I'm saying, I do think the air pressure may even drop to 995 millibars. Really wouldn't surprise me, just simply based on everything I'm seeing. The deep thunderstorm activity. I want to go back to satellite and see what we have here with this system. I mean, just look at this huge, large convective burst. We may get another one out of this. I don't know how many more convective bursts this storm has left, but just boom, just explodes like that, and it's starting to come back down a little bit. It's going to be making landfall there. And you can see that shift down to the south. Yeah, it doesn't have much time left until it does make landfall there in Costa Rica. I forgot the country for a second. But yeah, Costa Rica is where it's be making landfall, it appears. But yep, that's what we got there. 999.8 millibars when it went through. Very, very intense winds there. Very, very strong for this system. That is for sure, without a doubt. Very curious what to see if the National Hurricane Center is going to say about this system. If they continue to find more winds, you know, are they going to intensify to a hurricane? What are they going to do? You know, we're not very sure. What the National Hurricane Center is probably really confused by what's going on, because they're like, what? Yeah, this storm is continuing to intensify. So 997 millibars right there. That's what we got right here. Wind speed. I already know the wind speeds are going to be really off. It looks a lot closer than it really is. That's July 2nd. Oh crap. Thank you. Learning about the weather is genuinely a lot of fun. I like learning about the weather too. This looked bad yesterday, remembering how crazy, and yeah, storms really can change and develop very, very quickly over a short period of time. Very incredible. Oh yeah, Middle French. Bonnie is a little behind. Look, 36. Yeah, it looked like I had 36 hours. Thank you for your watching since Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados last few days. Not a problem. Yeah, it's got about 1 to 2 hours left before it makes landfall. It doesn't have a lot of time, but if they do upgrade this to 60 knots, then there's a chance, not a great chance, but a chance that it could develop to be around 70 knots, or not 70 knots, 60 knots. That would bring it to 70 miles per hour. So giving it 45 miles per hour there. So it's just absolutely exploded. Absolutely incredible here. What we got going on down here. So let's see what we got going on down here. You can see here, 28 miles per hour, 25, 23, 28, 38, 47, 49, 44, 20. Doesn't make any sense. 43, 49. I do think the wind, the wind in this system was really crazy. So you can see wind speed there, 64 miles an hour. Now I don't know if that's at flight level, what we got there, but that is showing 64. That could be flight level, but if we, what are you doing? Stop. Get out of the room. It's showing 64 miles an hour right there. Look here.
Good afternoon.
60. Hey, how are you doing today? Make sure that they can hear you first off. Bring this all the way up. So I'm looking here, and they're saying 68 miles an hour. I don't know if that's really true. Doesn't seem like it though. What do you think the wind speeds are with this system right now?
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's 50 miles an hour plus.
Yeah, I mean, right now with what we're seeing, they just went through again, and the wind speed it freaking jumped like nobody's business. They're all the way up here now. Yeah, the winds that they're finding all the way up there now are just through the freaking roof at this point. Do a refresh on aircraft reconnaissance. Maybe it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
And what's impressive is the convection in the area of low level circulation.
Yeah, absolutely. The convection is absolutely mind blowing and truly incredible, honestly. Because you got that convection deep there. It's been pretty consistent, but here the last hour and a half, I don't know, roughly probably hour, it just hold up. That's the wrong cell image. Here in the last hour, I would roughly say the convection just it exploded. And that might actually give it the ability to intensify to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Now they're finding winds of 60 knots, which would be 70 miles an hour. They're saying that's surface, but I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
If this just strengthens a little bit more, it could possibly be upgraded to a hurricane category 1.
That would be one of the fastest intensifying storms really ever. Yeah. Tropical tip is just updated 45 knots, 997 millibars, 50 miles an hour. I wonder if it's going to intensify any more before landfall. But that's a possibility. Yeah, 45 knots. Then they found 50. So I mean, yeah, it really was It was a huge, massive, explosive burst of convection there. Yeah, 45 knots, 45 knots, 45 miles, or 45 knots, 50 miles an hour. Yeah, this storm is just freaking crazy, honestly.
Yeah, because isn't if the winds reach up to 75 miles per hour, it will be a category 1 hurricane.
Yeah, if that happens, it'll be a category 1. Right now, they're saying it's only 50. Based on what I saw, they found they found not only 45, but actually found 50 knots. Probably some multiple different times at 50 knots. Nothing in here at the Wait. Yeah, I'm very, very curious to see what they find here throughout the day, or throughout the evening, I should say. But yeah, the latest update from the from Tropical Tidbits is 45 knots, 997 millibars. That brings it up to 50 miles an hour. I have a feeling it's going to turn to a hurricane streak because of the body of the water. We'll see. This
Yeah,
was. Go
in
ahead.
the center of circulation, I'm getting some wind speeds of 75 kilometers per hour.
This is truly a incredible system. Very, very fascinating to watch and to see for sure. We're gonna see how this storm develops over the next several, hour and a half or so. We'll see. We don't know how much stronger it's gonna get because it doesn't have a lot of time. But there's a possibility this could get even stronger as this, 45 knots. They definitely found 45 knots. If they find 50 or 60 knots, that's gonna be a shock for sure. 2002.
Did the NHS upgraded the advisory or the discussion as yet?
Let's say what?
Did the National Hurricane Center upgrade the discussion?
The discussion has. This is still at the 5 p.m. advisory. We'll see. Yeah, they haven't said anything there in the discussion. It's still what we got there. Do a little refresh here, see if they have anything new here. Nothing really going on here with the latest. Nothing has really updated. I'm wondering if they're going to come back out and try to go back in and get more, try to get more data there.
I just converted the kilometers into miles, and the winds are around 47 miles per hour right now.
40, yeah, wow. They're saying now 51 miles an hour, 997 millibars. So there was certainly, quite obviously, a pretty far track shift to the south there, as you can see. We still got hour, maybe, before it makes landfall. Again, it's at 50 miles an hour. Still a possibility. We could reach up to 55 or even up to 60 miles per hour before it does, in fact, make landfall in Costa Rica. Very, very strong winds for this tropical system here. Stronger than what, even I was expecting, because it was falling apart. And then, boom, the moment it was approaching the coast, it just exploded. And that's a problem now with some of these systems. Some of these systems, now that they're exploding in convection before landfall, people just aren't ready for that. They're just thinking, oh, it's going to be a tropical wave. It's not going to do anything. It hasn't done anything for the past 4 days, so why would it now? And the moment you really say that is the moment it explodes in convection. And that's what happened with Tropical Storm Bonnie. It just blew up. Now with, they're still going with 45 miles an hour, but with what the aircraft reconnaissance has found, they're now able to say confidently 50 miles per hour with this system. That Hurricane Center I don't think was predicting this storm to just, explode this much before landfall. But that's what we have right now. 51 miles an hour, 997 millibars.
Yeah,
It has slowed down a teeny tiny bit from 17 to 16 miles an hour. But that's what we got right now. Not a super fast moving storm, or not super slow moving storm, but it's what we got for now.
Where did this surge of power just came up? This surge of power just came out from nowhere.
Sorry, say what? I'm confused.
I said this organization and power just came out of nowhere in the system. It
Oh
just
wow,
organized at the last hour.
wow, wow. Yeah, later tonight we're gonna be looking at that storm there in the West Pacific making landfall in China. After we're done with this stream, we're gonna do another stream and talk about we'll do live coverage of that system making landfall in China. So we'll probably end this stream at about 10 o'clock. 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. And then we'll start another stream and do live coverage of Typhoon. What do you call it? Typhoon. I forgot the name of the typhoon, but we'll do live coverage of that typhoon making landfall in
Uh,
China.
Typhoon Chaba.
Yeah, Typhoon Chaba. Very, very, this storm is going to be making landfall first, I certainly believe. But yeah, Typhoon Chaba at 65 knots, 75 miles an hour. They're saying it's going to be making landfall at 70 knots. That's about 80 miles an hour. It doesn't got too much longer until it does make landfall. It is approaching relatively quickly. And then we'll also do live coverage of Tropical Storm Eri, if it does make landfall in Japan. Does anyone have any other comments, questions, or concerns regarding the development of this tropical system? Alright, they are headed back towards the center to see if they can get it, find an air pressure lower than 997. Was it 997? Based on just how strong the storm is developing, there's a possibility they may find an air pressure as low as 995 millibars. What do you think?
Yeah, impressive. Very impressive.
Absolutely, very, very impressive. Alright, we're going to go to aircraft reconnaissance. Maybe.
I don't want to stray away from what we are doing right now, but I just took a look at Typhoon Chaba, and it's so massive and organized. It's so massive.
Yeah, it's like the entire size of the South China Sea. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's so huge and organized.
Yeah, it is. So they are headed back into the storm, and we will see what kind of data we get from it when they go back into the center. But from what we've got right now, we could be certainly dealing with a 60 mile an hour tropical storm. We're definitely dealing with a 50 mile an hour tropical storm. They confirmed that. They could be dealing with a 60 mile an hour tropical storm also. That's also a pretty good possibility, I think. National Hurricane Center. Yep, nothing yet from the National Hurricane Center. No updates, no special advisories, or anything from the National Hurricane Center. I do think they're gonna could have an update up to 60 miles an hour. That's possible too. But that's what we got. There is one that they go all the way up to 50 knots, which would bring it to a 60 mile an hour tropical storm. It doesn't got it doesn't have a whole lot of time left. Could Tropical Storm Bonnie become a high-end tropical storm? That's a pretty good possibility based on the intensification that we're seeing. That's a pretty good possibility, I think. Right now, again, it's got those winds are at 50 miles per hour based on what we're seeing right now, and we could see those winds go up to 60 miles an hour. That's also very, very possible. Anything else that I need to I need to really talk about? I'm just trying to figure out what else I need to talk about. Keep this stream alive, keep this stream going.
I think you should talk about the outer bands of the storm and what areas it would affect.
All right, try to go to Zoom Earth. rain amounts. Yes. So as you can see here, Tropical Storm Bonnie. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out here a little bit. Currently, as watching, dang, you know it's really hard to compete with really large, other YouTube channels because they're also doing live streams. All these other YouTube channels trying to do live streams, they're competing with each other, and it can be really, really difficult. So I do want to mention that there will be outer bands going into Nicaragua. I'm going to put this into motion so y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm going to wait for it to fully load. I do apologize that my stream is really glitchy right now. Alright, the latest update is out for Typhoon Chaba. Air pressure is down to 968 millibars. It now has winds of up to 75 knots, which is about 85, 86 miles per hour. So as you can see, you can definitely see the outer bands moving into Nicaragua. So not just because it will be making landfall in Costa Rica doesn't mean Nicaragua won't be affected. Heavy rain and those outer bands developing could be bringing lots of heavy rain and flooding to Nicaragua, I certainly think. And also Costa Rica could see some flooding too. Obviously, Costa Rica will see some flooding as the storm approaches here in the next hour or so. 1 hour, hour and a half, as this does approach and prepare to make landfall.
Yeah, Panama is seeing some light rains from the outer bands as well.
Yeah, Panama's going to be seeing some light rains from this. No, nothing over the top. In Panama, I do think Panama is definitely in a more safer position than Costa Rica and Nicaragua. But that is what we have now. Yes, Nicaragua will be getting heavy rain and flooding. Storm surge, that's something else I want to talk about. There is a possibility of some storm surge in Panama.
I think your National Hurricane Center's discussion is more updated than mine, I think.
I don't think it updates until 10 o'clock Central Time. So that is currently what we have with this system right now. Very, very strong winds for what we have right with this system, because it developed so rapidly. It developed and intensified, and it just went boom really quickly. So I'm going to take a look at see if they updated this again. Yeah, I do know the lag is really bad. My computer is simply not powerful enough, and it's trying to work with all this at once. So I'm going to try to get rid of WSV3 in the background. There's not a lot I can do about it. I wish there was. There's not.
I'm looking at it on Zoom it as well.
So this is what they found. Multiple times they found 45 knots. A few times they did find 50 knots, which would be a 60-mile-an-hour tropical storm.
Yeah, the center of low-level circulation is very close to Costa Rica and Nicaragua.
Yep. It will be making landfall very, very soon.
The wind around upper Nicaragua is about um, in the outer bands is about 18 kilometers per hour.
Is it 18 or 80?
18.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay.
Yeah, the outer bands. And in Puerto Rico, the winds are less. So Puerto Rico is more on the safer side.
Well, yeah, Puerto Rico's on the opposite side of the Caribbean.
I'm sorry, not Puerto Rico, Panama.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was like, Puerto Rico? Okay. Yeah, the rain is probably really heavy in Nicaragua. Now, it depends on what part of Nicaragua you're in, because really what we're seeing right now is this one, what we call this is training rain. It's basically where you have all this rain that's just moving into this area, in the same area over and over and over. Heavy rain for several hours can cause flash flooding very, very
Yeah.
quickly. And that's something I'm certainly worried about is flash flooding, for sure.
Yeah, and did you realize that the center of circulation is basically making landfall on the border between Costa Rica and Nicaragua?
The hurricane hunters are done. No, they are not. They're going to go back into the storm and see if they can find an air pressure lower. I do think some people believe the air pressure could be as low as 995 millibars. They found an air pressure as low as 997, and the storm could be winds of up to. There are some thoughts that there could be winds as high as 60 miles an hour with this system, which are possible based on how strong the convection is with this system. Also, I'm really sorry about the lag. There's like literally nothing I can do. Like nothing. It's simply because my computer
Yeah,
is not able
you need
to.
a new laptop.
Yeah, my computer is just like not able to handle everything. Even though I made it more powerful, there's just so much going on. I don't know why it's so laggy.
I'm looking at the recon right now. Isn't the last recon mission 9?
Yeah, we'll be at the top.
Aircraft position 11.55 degrees north, 85
Oh
degrees
my God, they're
west.
gonna miss the eye completely. The eye, the center of the storm. They go the opposite direction of what I thought.
I think they found the pressure. I'm seeing something saying 998 millibars.
They found 997 millibars earlier. There are some uh, thoughts that there's been as low thin air pressure as low as 995 millibars is what I've heard in the chat. Do you think the coast of the coast with the U.S. will? Oh, do you think the coastal low? I think is what you're trying to say. The coastal low off the east coast of the United States will form. It looks really good. Well,
What is that
invest 95L.
system?
95L.
Invest 9. Okay, 95. 95 L. Five L looks like it shifted closer to Florida. I don't really know.
I am
Yeah.
so sorry about my stream. This is kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. I opened my window so I could feel the
Aria.
wind. Yeah.
Are you seeing some convection over Florida from 95L?
95L is nowhere near Florida.
What did you say?
I don't think
Oh,
95L is close to Florida.
that's something else probably.
I mean, it's not far from Florida, but like, it's not particularly close. It's probably, maybe it's part of it. I don't really know. I was supposed to have a flight to the United States. Oh my. Is it 96L? Oh yeah, it's 96L, right? Oh my lord, I don't even know at this point. Yeah, it's 96L, not 90. 95L is what made landfall in Texas.
So is it 96L that's over Florida?
No, it's off the east coast of the United States.
Okay.
But I want to mainly be talking about this. Yeah, it's 96, not 95. That was my fault. Sorry about that. So many numbers to keep up with sometimes, you know? Forecast advisory. Aircraft reconnaissance. It's finding too much right now. Yeah, it's 96L.
Okay.
They're not going to that eye yet. They're moving away, and they may make a turn to try to come in here and try to do more, trying to locate the eye. Yeah, 96L is around the Carolinas. Oh, I'm tired.
Are we gonna do another stream at 2 a.m. EST?
No, we're gonna do it at it'll be like 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock your time. We're gonna end this, and then
So 11 o'clock EST.
yeah, and then we're gonna start another stream.
That's gonna be the other stream.
Yes, we're gonna start another stream regarding the landfalling of Typhoon Chaba, because it's now at 85 miles an hour, 75 knots, pushing for 90 miles per hour. So it's gonna be bringing some pretty strong winds to South China.
Yeah, look at it. It's so huge.
Yeah, it's massive. Anything going on in the chat? I'm gonna continue talking about this, regardless of what happens. So wow, that's kind of funny. I have exactly 666 views.
Check back tropical tidbits. Why does it look like some of the center of circulation is already affecting Costa Rica? Look at it.
That's because it is. That's just the blob of convection. The circulation's always been affecting it this entire night, but it hasn't made landfall yet. We will get a special update from the National Hurricane Center when it does make landfall. And in that special update, we may actually get an upgrade to 50 miles an hour or even possibly 55 or 60 miles an hour, just depending on how much more organization it can do, how much convection we can still get out of the system. You know, what all can we still get out of the system before it makes that landfall there in Costa Rica? Does it get up to 60 miles an hour? It's like 50 miles an hour right now, and it's going to be bringing some pretty strong gusty winds to Costa Rica and Nicaragua later tonight into the evening hours as this continues to push through.
The water which the system is around 26, 27 degrees Celsius, so pretty warm.
Yeah, pretty warm.
Actually.
The conditions are favorable for it to reach hurricane status, but because it's so close to land, it most likely won't happen. There is deep thunderstorm activity, there's deep convection, but just based on what I'm saying there, I just don't think it's gonna happen just because of how close it is to land. It's literally like what, 40 miles away, 30 miles away, 15, 20, 15, 30 miles away from land. So curious to see what they're gonna find down here. But yeah, Chaba is at 75 knots now. It's still intensifying. It's very, very hard to know which one's gonna make landfall first. I certainly think Bonnie's gonna make landfall before any other before the one in the West Pacific will, just based on just based on the proximity to land they are. Comments, questions, or concerns? We know any update would be named. We called updates. Oh, there we go again. They found 46 knots again. They found some stuff in the orange. 40 is in light green. 45 is in yellow. 50 is in orange. They found 50 knots once again, which would probably update this to 60 miles an hour probably. But they found 50 knots once again.
What site are you on?
God dang it! It just. Let me try to refresh this again. Go to Tropical Tidbits and you'll see like orange. Yeah, look at that. Yep. A little higher. Look, yep. We did see this new update. There we go. Again, we got 50 knots, 45 to 50 knots again, which would be.
Could you put the update on your? Yeah, I'm now seeing it.
As you can see, they're coming around here. Then they might go in the center again. We'll see. But they found, they're still finding pretty strong winds for this system here, because they do think it's still intensifying. So we'll see. Very curious to see what they find in terms of.
They're finding around 45 to 50 knots.
Yeah, which is between 50 and 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, cause the last thing they found was the yellow.
But yep, we're just gonna wait and see what we get here. Very, very curious. You see there, we do have that jump there. There's 35 knots. There's probably 40 knots. It did have a jump pretty darn high, and I'm curious to see what we get with the net with this. Yeah, the plane's like right off. The storm is just so close to the coast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Yeah, look at the other pic. The plane is very close to the coast. Plane is very close to the coast.
Yes, absolutely. Just right off the coast here.
It's on the verge of making impact.
Well, that's right there. It's the storm is extremely close to making landfall. We're gonna watch this as this moves into Costa Rica, and I'm curious to see what updates we get and everything. It's gonna be a while before this updates again. Just gonna do a refresh here.
Yeah, I just refreshed it.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in terms of what we're seeing here. And here's the latest satellite imagery of the storm. It's extremely close to making landfall. It's gonna happen momentarily here in the next, I don't know, hour or so.
They're finding around 997 to 998 millibars.
997, 998, relatively close to be the same. Yeah, go Tropical Tip. It says 997 millibars if you go to current storms.
Yeah, I am seeing it 997 in Tropical Tidbits. Last music, it isn't a hurricane, it's a storm.
Yeah, it's a tropical storm. Your house should be fine. It depends on, what your house is, how strong it is, but should be okay. Very, very curious. Air conditioning. Okay. We're glitching again. Gosh darn it.
Yo, look at Himawari 18. In the...
And seeing those orange flags there indicate, staying in a relatively strong system. Is it Himawari 8?
Yeah, Himawari 8.
Yeah, that's that tropical storm that's going to be impacting Japan in the next few days.
And, Go 16 Meso Sector 1.
Oh wow, look at that convection though. Holy crap.
Where is Tropical Storm Ari going to impact?
Japan.
Damn. And
yeah. We're gonna do live coverage on that also when that happens. Yeah, we got a lot to still talk about, and I want to do a lot more coverage of this system because this is really important really should be important to everyone here. What do we got here? Well, I am at Blues Fields, Nicaragua. How many miles wide is the storm? Oh my god. Well, it's so wide. It's in two basins right now. That's how wide the storm is. Some of the storm is in the East Pacific. The other part's in the Caribbean. I'd say the storm is about 771 miles wide. Storm is freaking massive.
but when it was a tropical wave on the coast of Colombia, it was much bigger.
Oh yeah, it was like over 1,000 miles wide. It was freaking crazy. The storm was like
Yeah,
it was extremely large. It was very very wide. Now majority of where the broad area circulation was in really over Colombia, but I mean it was wide. The entire system. It stretched pretty far wide. It was pretty
yeah, the
incredible.
outer bands were affecting Haiti and Dominican Republic.
It was freaking crazy. It was huge. Let's see if we can get aircraft reconnaissance.
But how big do you actually think Typhoon Chaba is, Lucas?
I can do an entire update on that. I can just do. Oops. It is raining heavy in Nicaragua. Absolutely, yeah. The rain in Nicaragua is incredible. It's terrifying, honestly. Wait for this to load. Yeah, the rain in Nicaragua was really, really heavy, unfortunately. I don't even know how where the storm starts and where the storm ends, so I'm just gonna say it starts about here and it ends about here. So that's how large it is. Oh, shit.
Yo, measure from north to south. You're gonna see how huge it is. Measure the storm from north to south.
So we'll say it starts about here. I would say it goes all the way down here. There's a 1,500 miles long north to south. The storm is massive. It's terrifyingly huge.
Yo, from north to south, it's 1,200 kilometers wide.
Yeah, it's some scary stuff.
And north to east, 1,000. North to west, 901 or something like that.
Dude, bruh, they didn't even go through the eye. Bruh. This is garbage, dude. They just went. They said, no, we're not going through the eye. What the fudge? 43 knots there. Oh. And it went up and back down. Tropical storm force winds extend outward of 115 miles according to the National Hurricane Center. Jesus Christ, bro.
There are two systems, Tropical Storm Ari and Typhoon Chaba. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, the storm is still approaching the coast of what's in Mexico, Nicaragua, and Honduras. I don't really know what else to talk about. I mean, I've talked about what we could see in terms of impacts, what we could see in terms of when they can make landfall, what we could see in terms of what we really could see with the development of this system. I mean, it's gonna be making landfall here pretty shortly. It's starting to lose some of that deep thunderstorm activity. It's kind of starting to calm down. We're not seeing those peaks, but it's still between negative 70 and negative 78 degrees centigrade cloud tops. Extremely cold. Starting to calm down a little bit.
Isn't tropical Typhoon Chaba, is it impacting China or Japan?
China. They'll be making landfall in China at 1 a.m. my time tomorrow morning.
But Ari is making a landfall in Japan, right?
Yeah, next several days it'll be a low end tropical storm 40, 45 miles per hour, 35 to 40 knots.
Yeah, but like it's literally making a whole eastward turn
Yeah.
just to go to Japan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of wind with these storms, especially with these outer bands. Are gonna be bringing a lot of wind through to Nicaragua.
Center of circulation in Chaba is 120 kilometers per hour.
Still haven't gotten an update from the National Hurricane Center. No special update. Aircraft reconnaissance. Nothing. They completely missed the eye. I don't know what their intent was, but they completely missed the eye. However, they multiple times they found 50 knot winds. Not once, not twice. Now we're going on 3 times of 50 knot winds.
It just updated.
What updated?
Um, Aircraft reconnaissance and tropical tidbits. It just updated.
I think I updated a while ago because I updated it not too long ago. Yeah, it's going through the northern part of the storm, and you can see all this through here. They're finding 50 knot winds, which is just or 45 knot winds, 50 mile or fudge, 50 knot winds, 60 miles an hour. It's definitely a
Are
decent
you looking
tropical
at the
storm. Eh?
Are you looking at the update in tropical tidbits?
Yeah, I was talking about the update. Strong winds. You know, I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about. Pretty much talked about a majority of everything I've needed to talk about. Storms will be making landfall here in the next several hours, and we're going to be closely giving continuous updates on that. I kind of wish Cairo would join the stream.
Coming back out of the system, they found 40 to 45 not winds.
Which would be between 45 and 50 miles per hour. So it's a decently strong storm. You know, depending on how much this comes, the convection comes down, there could be another burst of convection. We'll see. Depends on how fast it's moving. Depends if it slows down. We'll really have to monitor and watch how much, what we see with the system. Does it explode more? Do we get more convection? Or is this the end of it? Is it going to start dying down now before it makes landfall? We'll see. Okay. Comments, questions, or concerns, ladies and gentlemen. I will answer any questions that y'all have. Obviously. I could just ignore it.
Because the low level center of circulation in Chaba is right off the coast of China.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing Chaba later tonight. 10 o'clock, I'm probably going to end this stream and we'll do Chaba then. Because, I mean, we already don't have a lot of... We already don't have a lot of comments, questions, and concerns with what we have right now. But, yeah, in about, it's like, what, 8:30, 9:30, hour and a half, we'll, I guess, end this stream.
Yeah, end the stream. Did you end it?
No, I haven't. I just don't know what to say. We'll end the stream in an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
neither.
Storm hasn't made landfall yet, so there wouldn't be any reason to end the stream. I just want to make sure I get everyone's questions done. I want to make sure I answer everyone's questions. We've been streaming for about an hour. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. We'll be streaming for another hour and a half, so that should come out to about a 3-hour stream. But it's just, I would say that's a pretty good stream right there. 3-hour stream is pretty decently long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. If the wave was that was following this one, wait, what? Could you explain to me what the latest comment in the chat means? Could you explain that to me? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Could you explain to me what the latest comment in the chat means? I'm having a hard time understanding what they mean.
Okay.
We'll be streaming for another hour and a half, so that should come out to about a 3-hour stream. It's just, I would say that's a pretty good stream right there. 3-hour stream.
Who sent it?
Huh?
Is it Last Music or Corn Pop?
Oh, Corn Pop.
Is the wave that was following this one still a 10% chance of formation? Or he's talking about the wave that's impacting the Leeward Islands. The one that was following behind it that went north?
Are they talking about the one in the West Pacific?
No, he's talking about the one in the Atlantic.
Oh, okay. Let me pull up the slide.
I was looking at that one on Zoom Earth. Check it out. Check it out. It's right now. It's affecting Guadeloupe and stuff.
Yeah, you can see it's a wave. See that? The wave. So yeah, you can see where the center of the storm is, but very strong upper level winds. Yes, I am Central Time, the United States. I live in. I'm from Houston, Texas. Anyway, you can see where is it projected to go, to the Pacific or the Atlantic? If you're talking about Bonnie, it's expected to go to the Pacific Ocean. Lord.
Yo, this wave in the Atlantic has winds of 44 kilometers per hour.
I do not know what that is in miles per hour, but it can't be very strong. I'm saying 20. Not even 30. 28.
Yo, the wave in the Atlantic?
It's terrible because it's got no winds from the south. Yeah, it's literally just a tropical wave. It doesn't have a closed low at all whatsoever.
Yeah, but it has winds of 44 kilometers per hour.
There was another tropical wave near the Lesser Antilles that had a 10% chance last I saw. That's this wave right here. It's bringing some rain to Guadalupe, Martinique, Antigua and Barbuda, Saint Bartholomew, Anguilla, that area. Barbados is probably getting a little bit of rain.
It has winds of 40 kilometers per hour. So
St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So, it's. Great, my stream is still lagging like crazy. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do to make it go faster. I have faster internet, but faster internet that's not gonna help. And I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. I think I'm gonna go downstairs and cook myself get some dinner. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go downstairs and have some dinner. I haven't had dinner yet.
Okay, go eat it. Go eat.
I'm gonna play. Do you think I should play some quiet music in the background?
Yeah, because I just want to relax a little bit because I had a very long day at school and I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, me too. Except I was at work all day. Well, not all day. For 4 hours I was at work. You get the point.
Yeah, I was at school for 6 hours plus.
Where is it? It's right here.
I was at school from 8 o'clock till 2:30.
Good lord.
Yeah, that's how long the school day is. For 5 days a week.
Yeah. Getting a little bit new convection there in Bonnie. And this morning I was doing a stream with Bobby, and I mixed up the name of the potential tropical cyclone, and I accidentally said, yeah. So I have Bonnie talking to me today, and I meant to say Bobby. It was hilarious. It was funny. It was great.
Yeah, so go eat some food. I'm gonna be right here looking at the comments in the meanwhile.
Alright. Oh, 910 subscribers. Nice. Do you think I should put WSV3 on for the satellite, or do you think that's gonna be too glitchy?
Don't try to overwork your computer, so put something on that they can see but will not make your stream glitch.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna leave it on Tropical Tidbits because I think it's just gonna be really, really glitchy. And it's not gonna be fun. Alright, I'm gonna turn, this should be no. Alright. Oh crap. Alright, I will be back. I'm gonna turn my microphone off.
Yeah, there is a few more tropical waves coming off the coast of Africa. Yes, there is. Yeah, if I could recall correctly, Invest 95L is on the east coast of America, I think, yeah. Okay, so there is some convection building on the northern part of the system on over Guatemala, so sorry, over Nicaragua, so Nicaragua would be experiencing some heavy rains at this time. Hi, Brian Runyon. Thanks for the subscription. So there was an update again on tropical tidbits. More to the western side of the system, they found a pressure of 998 millibars again, and to the more eastern side of the low level convection, they found 1001 millibars, and to the center of the low level convection, they found 997 millibars. Welcome everyone new to the stream. We are tracking Tropical Storm Bonnie, and we are going to be doing live coverage when it makes landfall. So please stay tuned for further information. Yes, there is some large bursts of convection in the system before it makes landfall. So it seems as if it is strengthening as it makes its way to impact Nicaragua and Costa Rica. Good evening, good afternoon to any new viewers of our stream. We are bringing live coverage for Tropical Storm Bunny. We will be streaming when it makes landfall, so please stay tuned for further information.
Alright guys, I am back. We are still watching the system. It's going to be making landfall. So shortly from now. We don't... Extremely soon now. Very, very soon is all I do know. Very, very shortly here. Not too long from now, it will be making landfall there in... No, I actually gotta think. Hold up. I gotta actually put this back on and just pause the music because if my friend's talking, so that's just... There we go. Hello? Hello? I want to make sure I'm still connected. Alright, let's see what we got here. Go on to... Yeah, it still shows at 45 miles per hour. Still waiting to see what the National Hurricane Center says, if it does update. Right now, if we do go to the National Hurricane Center, please don't freeze on me. That's the last thing I want. 45 miles an hour. No update. No special update yet from the National Hurricane Center. But if that does happen, we will definitely keep you informed about that.
Does it seem that some of the low-level convection is already on land?
Yeah, a lot of that convection's on land, but we'll have to see where that LLC is pretty soon. I think it's starting to move onto shore right now as we speak. I do think that Tropical Storm Bonnie is moving onto shore right now. That's my thought on it. I'm going to take a look at aircraft reconnaissance. We're gonna be getting an update here very, very shortly now. Where this storm makes landfall. I'm sorry, what?
Don't bother, don't bother.
Do you have any comments, questions, or concerns? Always looking for that. Okay. Still haven't gotten that update from the Hurricane Center. Very, very shortly we will, and when we do, we will let y'all know what they say. I do think it's a big storm that's going to be making landfall there, and yeah. Here very, very shortly. Here's the latest satellite imagery of the storm. As you can see, it is once again making landfall right now as we speak. I do believe the storm is moving on shore. And we are seeing those winds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. So we will see what we have here. It doesn't really have to move across a lot of land. You know, by tomorrow it's going to be over the water again. So it took a while, but eventually it did intensify to become a tropical system.
Doesn't it seem that the convection right now in the system isn't as crazy as when it was deformed back while it was on the coast of Colombia? It had more convection than now.
I think it
Don't you
had
think?
more convection in the outer bands. Right now, I think before there was hardly any deep thunderstorm activity near the center. Now there's a huge amount. There's a way more deep thunderstorm activity near the center. That's what I think. It is in about 45 minutes. We're going to bring this stream to a close. We do believe within the next 45 minutes, if not sooner, we will have an official landfall of this tropical system. So we do think this starts to be making landfall there very, very shortly.
Yeah, when would be the next stream after this? What time?
10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time.
Okay.
And then if you want to go to bed, feel free to go to bed. I know you're extremely tired from today. But I will be doing an update at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central Time, in regards to tropical or typhoon. Starts with a C. I don't know it. With that tropical system, that typhoon there in the West Pacific, it will be making landfall. Here is the typhoon, as you can see. Let me just go.
Oh, how much miles is it away from making landfall? Like, how much miles is it away?
God, it is really close. I have to be honest. This storm is just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The low level convection is already making landfall, but the LLC isn't on land as yet, though.
Yeah, I'm looking and it looks like it's gonna make landfall about 11, maybe 11:30 Eastern. It's gonna be really close.
Oh, you still think it's got a quite a ways left? Maybe I'm wrong.
How fast is it moving?
17 miles per hour.
Okay, it's gonna move a little faster. It's gonna make landfall soon if it's like that.
Yeah, 17 miles an hour to the west. I do think it's going to be making landfall again very, very shortly here. Deep thunderstorm activity, extremely heavy rain. You know, 50 miles an hour. Earlier they did find 60 miles an hour, but again, those could have been wind gusts. Very likely those were wind gusts in my opinion.
Yeah, in the thunderstorms you're getting some purple patches as well. So the thunderstorm activity is starting to pick up.
Yeah, it's trying to ramp up right before landfall, but I don't think it's gonna reach 60 or 70 miles an hour. That's my opinion. That's my thought on it.
Yeah, and fall might disorganize it as well. So when it reaches into the Western Pacific, it might be downgraded. Who knows?
On Zoom up, it looks like it's really close to making rainfall. It looks like this. It's like really close. I'll say like 10, 15 miles away from making rainfall. But it's not that far. It's really close. I can't tell.
So measure it from the coast of Nicaragua to the part that's almost about to make landfall, and you're gonna see how far it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so close. The LLC is so close to land.
Yeah, it's very, very close. We're just waiting.
Yes.
Right now, at this moment, we're waiting for the update from the National Hurricane Center, so we have an idea if it has made landfall or not. But with what we have right now, it has not made landfall. But we do assume right on the coastline of Nicaragua and Costa Rica, they are getting extremely heavy rain and probably 40 to 50 mile an hour sustained winds right now. That the quote-unquote eye wall, the strongest of the winds, are moving onshore right now, I believe. And soon that should start coming down as that center moves on to shore here in the next, what do we say, like 30 minutes or something?
Yeah, about that estimated time. Yeah.
It's like
I
what,
caught
like
15 miles from landfall. I caught 15.
15 miles, so maybe an hour, so like 10:30 o'clock tonight, Central Time,
That's a good guess.
roughly, plus or minus.
But the speed that it is moving with plays a big factor too, so it can reach sooner than expected.
Yeah, it could. We'll see. We'll see what we get with that. Pretty exciting. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Let me just do a refresh here.
We're just waiting for an update as we speak.
Yeah, as soon as we get an update, we will tell you guys. So
This storm is actually pretty. It's actually pretty large. So there is some wind coming into El Castillo. Like I said, it was.
NV Barber.
Yes.
If you look at the aircraft recon updates on tropical tidbits at the western side of the LLC, they found 998 millibars, and at the center they find 997.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the western side they found 101. No, at the
1,000.
eastern side, sorry, they found 101.
1,001 millibars.
What did you say?
1,001 millibars.
Okay.
I just want to clarify that. I don't want people to think we have a 100 millibar tropical storm on our hands. That's what we got right now, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting for that update from the National Hurricane Center to acknowledge that this storm has made landfall. We, at this moment in time, have not gotten that advisory yet. When we do, we will certainly let y'all know. Man, why does it keep buffering at 83%? Man, this is not good, bro. I can't even load crap.
Yeah, it is intensifying.
It's like it's just stuck at 80%. I don't know why. It won't load past 80%.
I'm just asking, would you be willing to do a stream at like 1 a.m. this morning, your time, 1 a.m. your time?
I mean, I don't know, because I do have work tomorrow. I have to be at work at 11 a.m. No, 10 a.m. I think tomorrow. Let me check. Let me see my schedule. Yeah, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to wake up at 11 a.m.
Okay. Well, like do what fits your sleep schedule.
I think if I do an update at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. tonight, and I just let it go, they can see the live satellite as it moves on shore, something like that. They can see the satellite as the storm moves on shore. There's really not a lot I can do because it's gonna be in the middle of the night my time, and I want to try to get some sleep. I want to try to get as much sleep as I can because tomorrow I do have work from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I don't want to just, try to stay up all night and then I go to work and I'm falling asleep and that makes me look bad and I don't want to lose my job and, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, because I need to get some rest as well, so that works for me.
Yeah, I'm like really, really tired and I'm trying to figure this out. How long I want to keep doing this stream because this stream's gone on for about 2 hours now. And it's just not wanting to load. That's starting to bother me. I'm going to try to open up WSV3 here and see if that works. I'm going to try WSV3. It's probably going to want to glitch like crazy and not work because it takes up a incredibly humongous and massive amount of, power.
Yeah. A lot of processing.
A lot of processing power in my computer. I did make it more powerful. However, I don't think it has the computing power to stream through OBS, to stream to YouTube, to have YouTube up, to have these websites up, and to have WSV3, which is such an incredibly powerful. The soft has a lot of power requirements, and I don't think I have that.
Yeah, because I can't even stream on my computer as well because my computer is bugging. So I'm trying to get a new computer as well.
Yeah, because
My computer.
it sucks to be honest sometimes.
Yeah, it really sucks. I know how you feel because that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna want to load. I think it's gonna want to glitch. I'm just gonna get out of it. Gosh, this sucks because I'm not able to load everything I want. Yeah, YouTube's not receiving enough maintain a move. Yeah, buffering. Not cool, not cool. I don't know what to do right now because I don't think I'm gonna have enough here going on. Man, I'm really worried about what's gonna happen when I go to sleep and I try to stream this. I'm offline. What in the world? I might have a internet problem. My computer might have just broken up.
Damn.
Fudge. This is like, it's just broken. It just won't freaking work. This is a problem.
Would you like to end the stream so you could get some rest and rest your computer?
God, yeah, I might have to just end this. God, I don't want to just end the stream.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta do what's best right now for your computer and for yourself.
This freaking sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, it says I'm not connected to the internet right now, so I don't know what to do.
Do you have the problem like your device overheats?
No, it's fine. I think it's fine. Temperature wise. It just says I'm not connected to the internet. It just went out.
Well, my device is pretty bad, so I need to get a new one.
If you want to donate to me, you can donate to my PayPal. Go to PayPal and just click on. You can just send me money. If that's what you want. Buy me a coffee. Buy the team a coffee. $10, $5 or whatever. HurricaneWatch@gmail.com. That's the best option for me right now. I'll have to figure out how to set up a donate option for YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, how much is for a good gaming laptop in America?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I need a good gaming laptop to do this weather thing because I just can't use a school laptop anymore.
It's a big problem. Yeah. I'll have to figure out how to add a donate option, but I'll probably have to end that off here because my computer's just not physically. It's just not able to work. I don't know. I don't understand the problem. So I don't want to end it. I'll be honest. I really don't. But I don't think I have much of an option since it's just physically not capable of working right now. But I will wait. Yeah, I'm going to YouTube right now, and it says I'm streaming. It's just fine. I think there's not a problem at all.
Did you end the stream or is it still on?
Yeah, it says when I try to go to the internet, it just says there's no internet connection. It sucks big time. Oh, life sucks. Yeah, it says his browser. Yeah, my browser says I'm not connected to the internet, which physically makes no sense. I will slide this over here so y'all can actually see. Over here, over here, over here. There you go. And I'll go to Tropical Tidbits. Boom. No internet. National Hurricane Center. No internet. Storm Protection Center, SPC. No internet. Joint Typhoon Warning Center, JTWC. No internet. I don't know, my computer just said, nah, I don't want to give you internet anymore. I think I'm going to have to get a completely new computer because I physically am not able to do streams the way I need to anymore. What's another website I can go to? I can go to Track the Tropics. No internet. Boom, 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 boom. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this here. Yeah, like, I'm connected to the internet because I'm still streaming, obviously. But at the same time, when I obviously try to go to the internet here, it just doesn't work. And this is not optimal for streaming. So I'm going to have to figure something out super quick. I thought I was gonna be able to do streams, but evidently I'm just not going to be able to. I'm gonna have to get a new computer. There is evidently a problem. I will try to keep everyone updated. Through Discord. That's me today, guys. I deeply apologize. I tried. There's nothing I can do. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I will talk to everyone later on tomorrow. So peace out. Try going on YouTube. Sure, I'll try YouTube. Yep. No internet connection. Which makes totally all the sense in the world, so there's nothing I can do right now. Thank you all for staying here. Like the video, subscribe, go to our Discord, and we will talk about the storm and get y'all through the system the best that we can. I'm going to have to figure things out. I'm going to have to do something with my computer because the internet just keeps going out, and that's going to be a problem. That's it for today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care, everyone. Peace out.